Well, it's a colder day today. Yesterday I left it off. I didn't do the 2-year-old and 3-year-old videos. We get up early this morning and we had Oliver McDonald playing in the tournament. Now his team, the Guelph Royals, are the only team undefeated going into the last day of the tournament. What a game that was. It was tied 7-7. That went back and forth the whole game. And Ollie hit a double, 2 RBIs in the top of the 7th. And they won the game 9-7. So he got the MVP, player of the game. That's 2 days in a row. No, he got it Friday night, and he got it Sunday. So Ollie's got 2 MVP medals heading into, if they win this one, they win the whole tournament. They're playing the Cambridge Cubs. Actually, they have to lose twice to lose the tournament. So good luck to Ollie. I wanted to get my videos fixed, and you may notice a new little face in the back. That is my niece, Claire. Obviously, Amy's family is from down around the... How far drive, Claire, do you know, from your house to here?
It's 40 minutes.
There you go. So Claire lives in...
Duntroon.
Really? It's actually called Duntroon? Okay.
Yeah.
They live in Duntroon, which isn't far from like Georgian Downs and those places, but we're in Orangeville. 40 minutes for them, about 50 minutes for us. But a nice day, a little chilly, 15 degrees Celsius, which is a little more than half what it was yesterday. So very, very cold day, but it's a great day for baseball. So I'm going to get the 2-year-old and 3-year-old videos done right now. Talk about the 2-year-olds. There are some updates. My goodness. Cutie Cumber, we opted just to give her a few weeks, clean up her feet a little bit. There isn't any issues, but usually before, what I want to do is chop all her toes off, take her shoes off, and turn her out. But she has been sore-footed the last 3 weeks since her race, and I'm not really sure why. I'm going to attribute it to maturity, but I'm going to attribute it to maturity. It happens. But I want to make sure that we do what's best for this filly. I think this filly's got a very, very bright future. One lifetime start. Trotted in 59, last quarter in 28 or 29, last half 58, and was good that night. I thought that was going to be a real building opportunity for Cutie Cumber, but as it turned out, it was going to be her likely first and only race of 2022. Didn't really get injured, but she's always been a little peggy left front, and then after the race, right front. We rested her, thought that maybe she had a quarter crack or something coming. Trained her a couple of times again, but again, coming out of the bath rack the other day, little heat in that right foot, little soreness. There doesn't seem to be anything there, but clearly where there's smoke, there's fire. We see there's something there. You may not be able to see anything on x-ray or ultrasound, but there's something there. So regardless of what it is, minor or potentially major, if we push forward, I think it's easily mitigated by just shutting the filly down. We know she has talent, we know she has speed, and looking forward to a great 2023 with her and a number of other horses that we didn't quite get to see them, let's say, reach their full potential. So let's get to the 2-year-olds. Absolute euphoria. She continues to train down. I haven't heard anything bad, so I'm going to take it as all good. I know that Mario said he liked what he saw from her when he was training her. Now, I don't know if she's still in his barn. We had to make some moves, obviously, when we moved some horses up to first line. But I'm not completely sure whether she ended up staying in Mario's or going to Dominic's barn. I'm not sure, but I'm not really worried about it. We're not getting into any deep, hard training with this filly just yet. And it's a case for sure of no news is good news. Oh, they picked him off. Little kids are playing in the diamond here. He's safe. Anchors up. Was a little sore a little stiff on his front end when we were training him back. That's understandable. Little stiff on that front end, but seemed fine now. We blistered his knees and hocks. Seems much better now. And again, that November stake in Kentucky is what we're aiming for at Corbin, Kentucky, with this guy. Austral Hanover, his last race of the season is tomorrow. He's just had a fantastic season. He's a horse, although he didn't train great, we did have him staked, just very moderately and regionally, but it was more than enough. He's had a great season. Very, very impressed with what I've seen from Austral Hanover, and I expect he'll close the season out with a bang tomorrow. Brace for Landing will be next Friday. Now, you want to talk about the state of our industry and how sad it can be? The Meadowlands racetrack could not fill the Thursday program next week. Could not fill it. So yesterday, there was a tiny little seminar at Mohawk where we had a talk about fractional ownership, and I think it is important that our industry and the stakeholders in our industry understand where we're headed, right? This isn't something that is going to be mitigated with prayer or hope or, we'll get them next year. This is a decline that is constant. And if we don't bring more horses in, we won't be able to stem that tide. And the only way to bring more horses in is to have a higher demand. That demand is born from more owners. So I think more now than ever, it is vitally imperative that we have, and by we, I mean an entire industry, that we have our stakeholders in place, our stakeholders that are in place right now in the industry, push for a more aggressive fractional ownership program and policy in horse racing. So, enough of a rant. Brace for Landing is racing on Friday at the Meadowlands. I'm going to the Meadowlands Friday. Amy and I are going to go for the night. I'm going to race Brace for Landing. I'm going to race Landing Strip. And I wasn't going to race Tactical Mounds, but I am now that her race has been delayed till Friday. Carter Michael Dio is racing today in the Constellation. I expect good things from him, hopefully. Behaves himself. This is the scene of a crime where he's already won his first lifetime start in a Stallion Series event there, but was very, very strong in doing so. So he's back in Philadelphia today. Cash Deals is ready to come back in. Now, until we have the stalls, I was very fortunate. Rod Hughes is where we have some of these horses turned out. You guys may know Rod Hughes, as he was the trainer and owner of Sandpail with his father, I believe. As that horse made it through his career, they have a turnout farm and a small stable of their own right now, him and his wife Emily. I believe it's Emily. And they have 3 horses turned out at the farm for us. They're going to start jogging those horses next week because we simply don't have the stalls just yet. Now, this is obviously a problem in horse racing, right? It's something we're going to have to work through as a stable. Another minor hurdle, it's a good problem to have, is that we have more horses than we do stalls, and we have an appetite for more horses. So how do we transition? How do we do that? I think we're on our way to doing that right now. We're getting we're getting to a position where I've made a decision. We're going to move away from Tomiko, at least for this year, and see how things go up at First Line. Now, I'm not going to continue to get into that. You guys know what happened in the wintertime. I think the people that own the training center now, very nice people, but I don't know if they really truly understand how tough it is to find somebody to be a full-time track person, and they actually need 2, not 1. You know, you think about all the snow that can fall in the winter, the track needs maintained, the bath racks, water heaters sometimes go on the fritz, you know, all the things that can go wrong with such a big property. And it's hard to find people to work there, and the people that they had there just get inundated and overrun sometimes. And you know what happened last winter is a couple of times we had to get plow trucks in to plow the snow and work on the, you know, to help clear the barn area. You know, the drains get backed up, just minor stuff. But listen, guys, as I say to everybody, we're the biggest stable in Canada. We really, I want to help out and I want to do that, but I don't have time to be shoveling snow and getting plow trucks in and ensuring the track is in good working order. So that is what pushed us to make this move. It isn't that there's anything wrong with Tomiko right now. You know, the grass is a little long or whatever, but there isn't anything wrong with it now. I'm more worried about what will go wrong in the wintertime. So very happy with the move so far, but we do have to make sure there's going to be more stalls come available when some of the barns move to Florida. But for now, we're left with 31 stalls, which will turn into somewhere between 45 and 55, I believe, by Harrisburg. So the timing is okay. We'll see how it plays out this year. I don't think it's going to, regardless, I don't think it's going to impact us in a negative way. Puts a little more stress on me, a little more work on me, because there's more work to be done on both sides of the border, and I just can't sit home and, you know, ponder and work on stuff that I would have worked on in the past. There's going to be, you know, that grind of the summer is going to carry on through the fall. So we'll see how it plays out, but for right now, I think we're in a good position. Chocolate for Lunch will likely be leaving this week. We're probably going to qualify her Tuesday. I want to get a decent line on her, qualifier, and then and probably move her on. There's about another couple of stragglers left. You guys know who they are. You know, 2, 3, 4 horses that probably we don't need. that just aren't going to fit in with what we're trying to do, and they're likely going to be leaving. Columbus was a winner the other day. He's back in to go Tuesday at Worcester. I'm going to drive to the Poconos tomorrow and then drive back to Worcester Tuesday. Wednesday we have Northfield Park qualifiers and races. Thursday I'm in Columbus with swinging Senorita, and then back home to my family Thursday evening. Friday, Amy and I are going to be flying to New Jersey to race those 3 horses. Cunning Connie races tomorrow in the grassroots. We'll see how Connie makes out. I jumped over Crantini, who's racing today for $253,000 in Philadelphia. Good luck to everybody today. And Coupe de Ville, who's racing Wednesday at Northfield Park in the Buckeye. As I said, Cutie Cumber is now going to go out to the field. She's going to head to Schaefer's, I guess, in the next 3 weeks. Probably what we'll do, as I said, trim her toes up real short, pull her shoes off, and let her go to the field and relax for a couple of months. I really think this is just maturity, and she will bounce back in a big way. 5 Fish Species, I believe, will requalify as the plan for Thursday. As Philly looks like she's coming on a big way right now. Full Heart, again, had that line in her cannonball, and that's going to heal completely and 100%. And I think come late fall we can bring her back. And probably first part of December we'll bring her back in. Gandalf the Black turned out he earned this was all scripted for Gandalf the Black. Best case scenario, he takes a good 2-year-old mark, races decent for us, does a decent job, kick him out for the fall, bring him back in the winter, and that's the plan with Gandalf the Black. So I said, paint by numbers right now with this guy. Everything has gone according to plan. High Enterprise out in the field. Fingers crossed with her. I really, I don't like making plans based on hope and prayer, but that's what we're looking at with High Enterprise. The way she hasn't got off to a great start in her career, so hopefully she can bounce back. Horn Player's out in the field now. We'll bring her back probably December 1st or thereabouts. Where are we at here? Lady All-Star has been in 2-5 twice. So you guys know the drill. She's ready when she's ready. She's been in 2-5 twice. Let's see how she looks going in 2-2, 2-3. If she looks like she's laboring a bit, go back again, 2-3 or 2-4, and then continue your descent down to racing speed. Landing Pad is off right now. That stupid buck shin. That'll heal. We opted to castrate him and stop with him for the season. Just focus on 2023 with that guy. Landing Strip next Friday at the Meadowlands. As I mentioned to him, Leaps and Bounds is in tomorrow at Kentucky. Merchant Man will be racing next week. He's ready to go now. Mopar Baby. We opted to pull the plug on Mopar Baby also. She's had a decent 2-year-old season. She took a 2-year-old mark. I'd like to see her do a little bit more. But you know what? It's all about maturity. It's all about growing up. And I think we're in that mode right now where we're reevaluating all the 2-year-olds. Do we continue? Is this the end of the road? And I think it is for a number of them. Mopar Baby fits into that category. Nothing But a Dreamer. A lot riding on the Champlain. I've talked a lot about this grassroots semifinal and final, or the 5th gold and hoping to be in the super final. I guess somebody said to me, it's as simple as this. The last gold is going to go for more than the super final and more than the grassroots semifinal and final put together. So if you think he's good enough, he should be in the gold. Probably a good point. But you know what? Let's see how the Champlain plays out before we start saying, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. That's the plan moving forward. We'll defer. Oh my gosh, again, what are we doing with this guy? Where is he fit? The next 2 weeks we'll probably paint the picture for oh my gosh. Olczyk's been doing well. Just going to continue on with him for now. Rito Legacy continues to train down. Rosita's Dream, they draw Tuesday for the consolation on Friday in Illinois. I suspect I should have done this yesterday, might just put this guy up for sale today. If we can move him before Tuesday's draw, then so be it. Silent Assassin out in the field, a similar situation to High Enterprise. Hope, prayer. There was a little more there than there was even with High Enterprise, but maybe not, actually. Very similar. So we'll see how those two fillies make out, but Silent Assassin, she's not getting until December off. She's coming back in end of October. By the end of, I know I said 5 weeks, but probably by the end of October she'll be back in. Where are we at here? Silent Assassin, sipping on my shine. We'll start back jogging at Rod Hughes's right away. Sir Strong is in to go Monday. I know James is going to pick over the other horse. I leaned on him. Not very often he listens, and it wasn't that I was telling him Sir Strong was better than his other drive. What I was telling him is, I would like you to drive Sir Strong. I don't often do that. I did with White Tiger, and it backfired. He was going to get the drive on Eddie Hensley's trotter, who had beat White Tiger that night. But I told him, listen, please, Sir Strong's a little trickier horse. I'll pay you. I'll pay you the difference of what you would have made. I believe the other horse you're picking off's better. Neither of them are going to be first or second, I don't believe. But I would appreciate you drive Sir Strong. And James, I didn't think he would, to be honest, but he did, and I appreciate it. So he's racing him on Monday. Sister Solange out in the field. I'm going to give this filly a long layoff. I want a ton of weight put on her, and I want to let her grow up. I like what I saw with Sister Solange in 2022. Smoking hot Irish girl going into the grassroots on a 2-race win streak, and she's been sharp. She's been really, really sharp, so I'm excited to see what she's going to do on Wednesday. Spitfire Overseas, he's racing today for $250,000. A lot of people ask me, what's next? Let's get through today. Then we'll decide what's next. Where are we at here? Swinging Senorita, racing Thursday. She's had a tremendous year. Probably the most level-headed and honest going trotter maybe we had in all of 2022. There's a couple of really, really good ones, and she was one of them. Just been a great filly for us this year. Tactical Mounds will race now Friday at the Meadowlands. I'll go down there with Amy on Friday to go with them. Tailgate Buzz races Monday. Mark McDonald is going to drive Tailgate Buzz at the Poconos. And it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. Do you know how angry that makes me? Victor Cruz finished second the other night. We'll just continue to go with him. He is up for sale on Gate, and I will put Rosita's Dream up for sale on Gate today. It won't be an auction type style. It'll be, listen, this is what they're for sale for. If you want them, let me know. We had a couple of low ball offers on Victor Cruz, but I'm not going to give him away. The horse is still a useful horse. Warwick Yuri is out in the field. We're going to give him lots of time for his body to catch up. He's been in 2-2 a lot of times. 2-2, 2-3, 2-4. Let's let his body catch up to his let's let his breeding and his maturity catch up to how big he is right now. What a mission. Yes, he's coming off a lot of breaks, and in fairness, he did make a break his last start, even though there isn't an X there. But it's odd. This guy feels like he wants to do his work, and eventually he's going to have the confidence to do it consistently. We're just going to keep racing him in the fairs until that comes. Not really focused on the Buckeye with him. He does have a few sire stake points. If he gets in the consolation, great. If he doesn't, so be it. Whispering Song coming off a 2-race win streak, but now she is the 8-hole in the Buckeye on Wednesday. We'll see how she does. And wouldn't it be nice? Been in 222, I think, 220, 225, somewhere around there. Mario says she's coming good. I'll be honest, I haven't seen her go yet, but accounts are all good so far. So wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? So with that, I just got the 3-year-olds. I'll run through them quick. I'll be back in just a second.